Well, hello, and welcome to Preparing to Survive and Thrive Homesteading channel with Charlie B. So, what am I up to today? Well, today I'm going to be answering that age-old question of what's for dinner. So today we are going to be doing something called what I refer to my version of Hawaiian shrimp. So, let me bring you down and show you how I'm starting it off. So for our Hawaiian shrimp, we're going to start over here. And we've got our skillet good and hot before we add the ingredients, so it is more of a non-stick pan because this is actually a stainless steel. So we're going to start off with some, you can either use olive oil or avocado oil. I'm going to start off with some tablespoons. Actually 4 tablespoons of olive oil because this pan's good and big. Just enough to pretty much coat the bottom of it. And then we're going to take my favorite ingredient in the world, butter. And we are going to take 3/4 cup of it. We're going to get this in here and get it melted. Now, while this is melting, we're going to get to the other ingredients, which is the shrimp and the seasonings. Woo, that's hot. Just going to let that get all melted. And while that's also melting, I'm going to also have 1/2 cup of minced garlic. Now, I ran this through kind of like a food processor, and it kind of also made it into a paste, but that's all right. Now, you can use store-bought minced garlic. Please feel free to. That was a lot of garlic to cut up. It took up like 3-4 huge bulbs of it. So we're going to let that melt. Once that gets down a little bit more, then I'm going to go ahead and add the garlic. So let's get you over here so I can show you what else I'm doing. Okay, our next item is some shrimp. Now I've got it sitting here on a towel. Paper towel's drying off. We don't want a lot of moisture because we're going to actually make a little concoction here and put them in, and I'll show you that in a minute. This is the shrimp that I have. It was raw shrimp. It was already deveined and peeled. It is the 21-30, and it is pretty big size, as you can see. Not huge, but it will work. And it was 2 pounds, so that's what we're going to use. Now, we want to get some of this extra liquid off of them. They've been sitting in a strainer for a while, straining. Okay, we have 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, 3 teaspoons or 1 tablespoon of paprika. And this little dot here that you see is actually a habanero pepper blend. So we're just going to put this all together, and we're going to put it in a Ziploc baggie. I'm going to mix these all together. And you don't have to put in a hot pepper blend. I just want to do a little bit of a sweet heat on this. So I'm just going to drop this in a Ziploc baggie. And I'm going to start dropping some shrimp in here to get them covered, because we just want a little bit of flour mixture on there. So I'm going to try to get these all in, and just we are using paper towels to soak up the extra liquid. And they've actually been cooling for a while, or not cooling, draining for a while. Sorry about that. Oh, it looks like my butter's over there nice and melted. So what I'm going to also do is I'm going to throw the garlic in there and let it get nice and kind of marry the flavors of the oil, the butter, and stuff like that. You want it to be very, very fragrant. So if I didn't say that word right, sorry about that. But I'm also going to take this and just start to coat the shrimp that we have. And yes, that fell out. So I'm going to pick it up. And no, I'm not going to delete that because I guess I'm rushing. So I got a nice little mess here, but that's all right because messes happen. Happy kitchens are messy kitchens. So let me go ahead and get this. Get the garlic in with the butter and olive oil. I'll be back in just 1 second. So I've got that garlic into the pan and it's already very fragrant. It smells amazing. Now you do not want to burn or over brown this garlic because if you do, you'll end up making things taste a little bit on the bitter side. So I'm going to get the shrimp in here. I'm going to shake it up, but this time I'm going to make sure it's closed before I start turning it over and everywhere. So I'm going to get this in the pan. Now we don't want a whole bunch of this mixture on here because we just want the nice garlic and oils to kind of stick to this and give it some good flavor. Just going to add these one by one. When I get these in, I'll actually turn up the heat a little bit. See, they're just nicely coated a little bit. It's going to be really good. Really, really good. Something a little different after Christmas and the turkey and ham or pork that we had. And so something different. I really like shrimp also. I'm going to get these in. I'm turning up the heat a little bit right now. It should only take about 2 minutes to get these guys actually pink is what color you want them. Then you know it's done. Trying to get these spread out everywhere. Definitely going to have some leftovers when I'm done. And what we're having with this is I'm literally doing some baked onions in the wood cook stove oven. And that's going to be something quite different. And I'll explain how I do baked onions. It's so, so simple. But let me finish cooking this guy. And we'll get you back whenever I go to flip them. Okay, it's only been about 2 minutes. And we're going to actually start turning these guys over. Because they're getting done fast. Oh, like I said, you want these to be in a pink color when they're done. And they don't take very long. So I'm just turning them over like this. And we'll be back whenever I go to pull them out. Because we got another little ingredient that we're going to put on there. Okay, the first batch is done. As you can see, everything's nicely pink, along with the color of the coating. Now, you do not want to overcook your shrimp because it will get kind of hard and gummy. So I'm going to go ahead and pull these guys out and get the other batch in. And for that, I'm going to actually use a slotted spatula and or cake turner, however you want to call it. I'm trying to just skim the shrimp right off the pan and leave the garlic butter in there so I can finish up the other batch. Now you can cut this recipe in half if you like. If you don't have somebody that's going to eat this much or nobody's going to take it to lunch. So, and what's nice about this, I had these all in my pantry, including the shrimp. It was in the freezer, so I didn't have to go out today because I like to make shrimp. I like shrimp. So, let me get the other batch in, and we'll be back when we go to do our taste test, and I explain my baked onions. I'm going to pop back in with the second batch. Now you want to put the shrimp, as you saw in my first batch, all in a single layer on the pan so you can actually get it turned around and get them flipped a lot easier than if they're all bunched together and piled up high. You want to make sure that they're done. There's a little thought for you, and we'll be back. The shrimp is all cooked. I'm going to take some lemon juice and I'm going to add it to the leftover butter and garlic. I'm going to use, if I'm not mistaken here, 2 tablespoons. Now, you can definitely use fresh lemons if you have them on hand. However, I'm in Pennsylvania, not Florida, so I normally don't have fresh lemons on hand. So I'm going to turn the heat back on. Now this is just going to add a little bit of a fresh taste to it whenever you pour it over your individual serving, because some people might not like it. I know my daughter wants to do a sweet heat, so she's going to pour some honey over it, and I'm going to show you that too. I'm getting the lemon juice to marry in with these, and I'm going to turn it off because it is done. I just wanted to get warm. And then we'll spoon it out on our plate when we get our individual servings out. So the onions were made normally in a regular oven at 375 for about an hour, and I literally just wrap them up like I would potatoes, and I put a pat of butter in them, and you'll see how amazing they look when they're on the plate. Okay, well, let's do a taste test for the Hawaiian shrimp. Now, this side right here, oh, that onion's hot. This side right here has the honey garlic butter that I added to it. This is really good. The lemon gives it a very, very light flavor. It's very, very good. The shrimp is not crispy. It is just very, very lightly seasoned, and it's not super hot because I didn't use a lot of the pepper mix. And this is my honey that I just poured over it. I do love the honey. It adds some sweet heat to it, but I like the lemon flavor, I think, a little bit better. Now for my onion. And you can see this actually starts to caramelize itself. I love baked onions. You can also add some salt and pepper on these. Perfect. Well, there you have it. This is my version of Hawaiian chicken. Oh, and that's just canned pineapple, so we're not going to taste it. But if you like my content, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. This is amazing. I can't wait to eat it. So very, very simple and cost-effective also. Remember, if you like my content, please like, share, and subscribe. Charlie B signing out. I'll be seeing you soon. Whoops. I just was told by my lovely daughter that's behind me that I said Hawaiian chicken. It is not Hawaiian chicken. It is Hawaiian shrimp. So it's been a day. So, well, like I said, if you like my content, please like, share, and subscribe. Charlie B signing out. I'll be seeing you soon.